Hi everyone, my name is Taylor and this is the Shea Knitting podcast. I'm coming to you from Cairns in North Queensland, Australia, where I live with my partner Bryce and our crazy cat Poe. So this is a podcast about knitting and crochet, and it is Wednesday morning. I think it's about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And it's pretty chilly here today. It's about 23 degrees Celsius, which I think is about 73 Fahrenheit. So that's a pretty nice, cool day for us in winter here in Cairns. Also too, my house is made completely of brick, cement and tiles, so it stays very cool. So yeah, So today I'll talk about what I've been working on, what I've finished, and then at the end of the podcast I think I will talk a bit about myself and what I've been doing lately. I always forget to do that at the end of the podcast. I get through talking about everything that I've been working on, then I'm like, okay, that's it, bye. And I always forget to maybe talk a bit about myself if people are interested in that. So today I'm drinking some coffee out of my absolute favorite mug. I got this when I went to the Grand Canyon National Park, and it's handmade and it's so beautiful. I just love it. I usually just drink water when I'm doing a podcast because it's not that cold, but I'm kind of chilly this morning, so I thought I'd have some coffee. So I'm going to talk about what I'm wearing. It's a finished object. It is the Soft Sunday Shawl by Sewrella, I think is how you say her name. I knit this out of Nitpicks Shadow Lace in the Oyster Heather colorway, and that's the details of it on the back. So it's just one skein of that. This is what I had left, and I'm wearing it right now. So I absolutely love this. It turned out so beautiful. It's so lightweight and soft, and yeah, I am really impressed. I have to say I didn't enjoy knitting with lace that much, but it wasn't terrible, so I think I could get used to it, especially because it just makes such a beautiful fabric. And when I blocked it, it just is really beautiful. So yeah, just the one skein. I feel like lace weight is kind of absolutely perfect for the climate that I live in. It's lightweight, it's warm enough without being too hot, and yeah, this was just a very simple pattern to work on. I did make a few mistakes. I think it might have been this section here. Yeah, this one here, it doesn't look quite like the others. And then towards the end, I did make another mistake. I think I did, one of the sections I did more stock in it than I needed to, but you can't even tell. So I'm really happy with this. I will definitely be knitting with lace weight again. I have a few more skeins of this shadow lace in my stash. When I bought it, it came as a kit, and if you're familiar with Nitpicks, they do you know, like discounts and sales on I don't know what they call them, not really kits, but they're like groups of the same type of yarn sold together. I can show you what colors I have. So these are the colors that I have as well. So that's what the kit looked like. It had all these colors. I'm thinking though, for these, like, I would not wear this color, I don't think, by itself, but I was thinking if I mulled the two of these together, and that would make sort of like a fingering weight, maybe make something with that and then do the same with these. I'm not too sure. If you guys have done anything with holding two strands of lace weight together, does it make a nice fabric? Is it similar to fingering weight? Let me know. I'm thinking maybe a cowl. I have a cowl in my queue that I'm kind of interested in, so maybe could do that. And then it would be great, I could just get these out of my stash as well. This yarn, I do really like it. It is 100% merino. It's not scratchy, it's very soft. It is hand wash, I believe. It would be if it's, yeah, hand wash, dry flat. But I do really like this a lot. The other finished object that I have is a pair of socks. Finally, I have not finished a pair of socks in that long, and here they are. So this pattern is the vanilla latte socks, and I'm using my sock blockers that I got from Imagine It in San Francisco, and the yarn that I used is Cascade Heritage Prints. The colorway is 46, which is called Camo. This is what I had left. I said in the previous podcast I need to start making the legs of my socks longer, probably to about the top of the sock blocker, so I don't have this much left over. So yeah, I really like this yarn. The pattern was really easy. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I didn't make any mistakes. Yeah, I just really like them. I have another ball of this yarn in a different color, so I'll definitely be making socks out of those again for myself, and I would definitely buy more of the Cascade Heritage Prints, or even just the other Cascade sock yarns, because it's really nice. I hope it wears well. It's soft, but it's not super soft, so I think it should last, hopefully. That's it for finished objects. Now I'm going to talk about my whips. One that I've been working on the past few days that I'm really enjoying is my Longline Cardigan by Locatelli. And I have joined for the body. Let me try and organize this so I can show it. It's really not much to see, but I'll show it from the back. So that's the collar there. There's my armhole sleeves, and these are the two front pieces. So I'm excited about this collar, so it'll fold over as you wear it. And it is just really pretty simple, easy knitting. I'm liking the way this yarn is looking. I'm not alternating skeins. I just last night joined for the second skein, so that's how much one skein got me. It's just a nice tonal brown color. And yeah, I think this will take quite a bit to finish, but I think I might start on the sleeves next. I'm going to knit my sleeves with 12-inch circulars. That's my favorite way of knitting sleeves. That's the only way I've knit sleeves actually, with 12 or 9-inch circular needles. I've never done magic loop on sleeves. It kind of sounds like a bit of a nightmare if you ask me. So that's that. I've got a bit of a whip fail happening at the moment. Last podcast I showed you I was working on the Everyday Crochet Cardigan by Sewrella. Really didn't think about this very well, didn't plan it out very well, and then you get these kind of results. I'm kind of annoyed with myself. I do know better, and I should have organized it a bit better. So it's Aran weight yarn. This is the yarn. The pattern calls for worsted weight. that didn't occur to me at all for some reason. The pattern calls for a 6.5mm hook. My crochet gauge I think is just a little bit looser, so I could have gone down 1 or 2 hooks. And then I made the medium size on top of all of that, and I'm usually a small. What happens? It becomes gigantic. When I had done the body, it was big, but I was happy with that. That was fine. But when I did the first sleeve, the sleeve was just so stupid looking. It was just absolutely gigantic. How can I show this? So that's my sleeve there. And it's so wide at the top here near the armhole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see my mum. I'm driving down to see her. She lives 3 hours away. I'm going there tomorrow and I'll stay there for the next few days. I'm going to take this. I've just done the one sleeve. I'm going to get her to try it on. She's a whole lot larger than I am. And if it fits her and she likes it, she can have it. If it doesn't fit her, I'm going to rip the sleeve out and maybe not do as many increases or just not do any at all. I'll try it on so you can kind of see. It doesn't look that bad as I'm showing it to you on the camera, but it's just like so much here. So I think I could get away doing it again without increasing, but if it fits her, she can have it. There's that many projects that I want to make and that I have yarn for, so I'd be happy to give that to her if she likes it and if she wants it and if it fits her. So yeah, you know, do you do this as well? Like, I know better. You know, plan your projects a little bit smarter and then you'll get the actual like result that you want. So that was kind of annoying, but the yarn is pretty inexpensive and it is a nice yarn. So I'm glad that I got to try it out. And if it fits her, then it does. So yeah, I think she would actually really enjoy it and appreciate it. A lot of crochet whips, more so than knitting. Another one that I'm working on is a scrap project. So a while ago I made some magic knot cakes with leftover sock yarn and just got the scraps, wound up some of one colour, added on the next, and so on and so on. And I've just done these 2 colours for the moment. And so what I'm doing is a rectangle crochet like blanket. This is what I have so far. So not too much. I followed a tutorial by the Crochet Crowd, and you start here in the middle and you just work your way out in a rectangular fashion. So it's pretty fun to work on. I have it sitting by the TV and I just pick up on and work on it when I feel like it. I'm using a 3.5mm crochet hook. This is a tulip crochet hook. These are my favorite ones, and I think they're some of the most expensive ones too, but they're really nice. So I have quite a few of these magic knot cakes. I have them in a container with, that I've just made up from leftover sock yarn, and I'm just gonna work through them. This is a really good pattern actually. It's easy, it's mindless. It would be good for traveling, working on in the car, and you get to use up your scraps, and then you have something really fun when you're finished with it. The next project I haven't shown on the podcast yet. I hadn't really done a whole lot on it, so I hadn't really shown it. But it is a scarf that I'm knitting out of this Karen Simply Soft ombre, I think it is. Yeah, ombre. This is called the Rosewood Ombre color. And I'm knitting a scarf, and it's a free pattern on Yarnspirations. I think it's called like the Karen Simply Soft camo scarf or something like that, but I can link it down below. And it takes 2 skeins of this, and just this morning I finished off the first skein. And you can see it does kind of create like the camo, like a pink camo effect. And it's a really, really easy, simple pattern to follow. This yarn is so soft. It knits up so beautifully. Crochets up so beautifully. I have knit with Karen Simply Soft before, and I found that it was too splitty, but for crochet it works really well. I'm using a 5mm crochet hook. When I first bought this yarn, I bought it because I had seen the pattern, and I was going to donate this, but I really like it, so I might keep it for myself. I don't have any scarves, I just have shawls, and I really love these colors. I just love pink, and yeah, it's really, really nice. So yeah, that's that project. So that's all of my finished objects, whips, all of that kind of thing. So now I'm going to show you some acquisitions that I have. So the first little order I did, I wanted to make some more dishcloths. So my favorite dishcloth cotton is the Bernat Handicrafted cotton. Now the thing is with this, I can't find it anywhere. The only site I can get it off of is, it's called stuffforcrafts.com, and I think it's a Canadian site. I probably could have got it off Amazon, but Amazon doesn't ship to Australia anymore, which I think is unfortunate. That's something I'm quite annoyed about, because the Australian government said that all online purchases must include GST. So Amazon said, okay, we're not going to ship to Australia anymore. But a company that big, surely they could figure out how to charge us GST, and then Amazon pays the government. Or like, I don't know, figure it out. You're a huge company, and now we can't get anything from you. They do have amazon.com.au, but there's nothing on there. It's just like Kindle products, the Fire tablet things that Amazon sells, and they're not that cheap anyway, so it's kind of pointless. I'm just having a bit of a rant there, but I can't buy this yarn anywhere else except that website. So I got 2 of these. The reason this is my favorite kitchen cotton is because I've used quite a few brands before, and I had bought this years ago off of Stuff for Crafts, and I'd made a dishcloth. I have washed, dried that so many times. It still looks good, the colors still look good, whereas I had tried, I think is it Sugar and Cream? Yeah, that Lily's Sugar and Cream. That stuff is just absolute crap. It doesn't last. The colors bleed out of it. It's not good. This stuff I find is really good. So I ordered that from Stuff for Crafts, and I ordered this sock yarn as well. I wanted to give it a try. So it's Premier Yarns Wool Free Sock, and this colorway is called Vegas Lights, so I had to get it because I love Las Vegas, and it is 100% acrylic. Oh, 93% acrylic, 7% PBT. I don't know what PBT is. maybe polyester something. I don't know, but I really like the color. It's really, really bright. So yeah, I got that from Stuff for Crafts. Oh, the next order I have is from Nitpicks. So the next order I have is from Nitpicks. I ordered some Dishy cotton. I have used this before. I do like it. It's not too bad. It's pretty soft, and they have some fun colors. What's this one called? Oh, it doesn't have it on here. Oh, sorry. Aquarium Multi, it's called. And there's the details there. The next yarn I got was Nitpicks Brava Worsted, and this is the Asphalt Heather colorway, and it is a really nice color. I don't know if it's showing up. It is super dark grey, almost black but not as dark as black, and this yarn is so soft. So I bought 6 of these, and I'm planning on making the Tin Can Knits Harvest cardigan. So 6 balls of this, I think it cost me $10 to $12. So if I could have a cardigan that's $10 to $12, that's pretty damn good. So I'm excited to make that. Also on the Nitpicks order, I ordered some soak wool wash. I had only used a sample of that before in the yuzu scent, which is beautiful. I really wish I could get that one, but it's quite hard to find, so I got the Celebration scent, and I used it to wash this, and it smells really nice. And then the rest of my order, I just bought some books. They were on sale. So just one that's Crochet Borders. I can show you what a page looks like. So just a whole bunch of borders. Yeah. That I'll just use when I'm making blankets. This one, ripple stitch patterns. So there's knit and crochet patterns in here. One side's usually knit, the other is crochet. Yeah. This 750 knitting stitches. This is a hardcover book, and it's really, really cool. I really like it a lot. Just like tons of stitch patterns, and they're all in color. And there's color work at the back as well. Where is that? So I really like this. And the last book that I got, I copied my friend Louise. She had the ebook of this, and I really liked it, so I saw this was on sale. So it's Home and Away by Hannah Fedig, and you also get, there's a code in the back for an ebook. I haven't redeemed that yet. I think it's from her website, you can do that. But the paper that it's made out of is just really beautiful, and the photos are just great. It's all just really simple, beautiful cardigans and sweater pieces. And I'm not sure if she has all of them, but most of them there is seamless and seamed versions of each project. So yeah, it's really nice. Definitely going to be making some projects out of that. And my final acquisition, I went to Lynn Craft and I bought this baby blanket yarn. This is new, I had never seen this there before. I bought 2 of these. I'm going to make my cat Poe a new blanket. I know he'll absolutely love it. So it's kind of like the Bernat blanket, and it was on sale for $8 something for the ball, and it's a 300-gram ball. And they just had these baby colors, but I think it would be great if they could bring out a line that are just sort of plain colors, because I would make like a grey blanket for myself out of this. So yeah, that's all my acquisitions. So yeah, what have I been doing lately? So I've had a few new subscribers. So for people who don't know me, like I said, I live in Australia. I'm 27, I will be 28 in November, and I'm studying a degree in nursing, and I'm nearly finished that degree. I will graduate in December. So I'm very, very close to finishing that. I'm very excited, but I'm also very kind of scared at the same time. It's very, very different from being a student nurse to being a registered nurse, and there you go, there's your patients, and you know it's real then. So I'm both excited and scared, and I think that's pretty normal to feel that way. But yeah, so on Monday, today's Wednesday, on Monday I went for an interview for a graduate position. So that went pretty well. I feel really confident about that. They had 140 applicants, I think, and they interviewed 30 people. And I'm not sure how many positions they have, but I don't think it's very many. So yeah, I've applied that's a private hospital, and I'm applying at the public hospital as well. And those are my 2 main options that I want to work for either one of those, because they have a graduate program. You have a little bit more support and more training. So that's kind of ideal, I think. If I don't get that, there are other options. There are other fields of nursing to go into. I'm not going to worry about it or stress about it too much. I feel like I had one of my tutors say, was it this year? I think it was this year. She said, where you start out is not where you're going to end up. So I think that's pretty true. You don't have to be, just because you get somewhere that you didn't really want to go, it's not the end of the world. You've got to make the most of it and get as much experience as you can. So that's my mindset, and that's how I'm going to look at it. And I've been reflecting a little bit too on the degree itself. It's a big deal for me to do this degree. I'm the first person in my family to go to university. My mum did graduate high school. My dad finished in year 10. And most of my family are just lower middle class people who just worked their asses off their whole life, and that's kind of, you know, that's how it's been. I definitely have always wanted more, because we never had a lot of money, and I always knew that, not that I want to be super rich, but I want to be comfortable, and I want to be able to travel. And like this house that I live in, my partner and I, we have a mortgage for this house, and my parents didn't even have a mortgage, so I think I'm doing pretty well for myself. But it's definitely taken a lot of hard work. I'm kind of doing things backwards. A lot of people leave school, go straight into university, whereas I've done the opposite. I've worked since I was 15 in various different jobs and found that there were no future in these jobs, and that you really, well, not everybody needs to have a career. You do what you want to do, but I found that I needed more of a challenge. I needed a career that pays well, but also is challenging and rewarding, and I think nursing is definitely the career for me. So I'm very glad that I've picked it and that I'm on this journey. So yeah, I've been reflecting a little bit on the degree, and I am proud of myself. I never thought I was very smart, but I have done pretty well, like reasonably well with my results and everything. So I'm happy. Yeah, it's been pretty tough, but I'm getting through it, and yeah, I think it's sort of the first time where I've really had a goal in my life, and I'm gone after it, and I'm seeing it to the end. I don't think I've ever really accomplished anything like this or this big. So yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. I did a vlog last week. I don't know how well that turned out. It might be a bit boring, but I just thought I'll give it a go again. And I went to uni for a bit, went shopping at Lincraft, and then we had a dinner at the aquarium that night for my partner's work. So I was just showing bits of that, and I was really impressed with the aquarium. I had never been there before. It's the first time Cairns has had an aquarium, and they did a really good job with it. They sort of told the story of the area, going from the streams and the creeks to the rivers, all the way through out to the Great Barrier Reef. So if you're not familiar where I live, it's the northern tip of Australia on the right hand side, and directly east out into the ocean is the Great Barrier Reef. So this is a very popular tourist area, and yeah, it's a really beautiful area. I've been able to travel to a couple of different places, and I've gotten to experience the oceans in those places and a little bit of the reef there, and I'm really like privileged to live here and to have grown up here, and what we have here is amazing. I know there are really pristine, picturesque places, but what we have here is pretty amazing as well. So I watched something pretty interesting the other day on Netflix. It was a new documentary called The Bleeding Edge, and it's about medical devices. And while it is an American documentary, I think there are some parallels to Australia because we use a lot of the same medical devices, or have done in the past. So it's a little bit of a scary documentary, but I think it's really important to have a really good understanding of what's being put into your body, do your research, and that doesn't hurt. I think everybody should be informed and educated on those kinds of things. So that was really interesting to me. It was pretty eye-opening. Yeah, so that's about it. I don't think I have much else to say. What I might do though is, I haven't really been very active in the Ravelry group. I haven't really done anything over there. So I'm going to open up a thread for questions. If you have anything you want to ask me, just go over there and ask me, and I can answer them on the podcast. And by the time you watch this, there'll be a thread open, and you can just look in the description box below, click on that, and yeah, if you're so inclined. If you're not, then that's fine. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.